Welcome back, everyone, to the Elite Series League of Legends. On my side, still the wonderful QG. And we are here for the last game of today between Dynasty and Once Upon a Team. What are you doing with your head?
Boom, I still have the beat in my head. Boom, 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 boom.
Okay. Yeah, well, Dynasty against Once Upon a Team. And maybe we can take a quick look at the standings to see where these teams are at, because it has been some time and maybe you need a quick refresher. Dynasty is at the top of the ladder, joined by Aoma Esports and with Sloths, of course. And then at the bottom, you have Once Upon a Team, who are still looking for their first win. So there should, at least in terms of numbers, be a clear favorite for this game. But of course, no game of League of Legends is won until it's actually played. So, yeah. What do you think we can expect from this game, Yuji?
I think that Dynasty is will be staying still. They are still strong enough to take Once Upon a Team here. I think they are one of the best teams that are in the league. I could also make the joke about that they make their own dynasty in the ESL Division 2, like Freshtan always wants to say. I really think that their jungler Scan is the focus of the team. He does a lot for them, and they also play very much around him. Therefore, he's the in my opinion the player you have to look on. Of course, it's a jungler because they control early game.
Yeah.
And therefore you have to look on the early game for what's happening with Dynasty. Also, I think their bot lane is also pretty strong. The AD carry is really good. Therefore, if you combine these two, and it's a bot lane meta, so you just camp bot and you win your games. And if you have a good bot lane, you have like 50% of the carry potential done. Therefore, I think it's on the Dynasty side here. I think they will take the game and be on the top 3 again.
I think only looking at Scal doesn't give Dark UniQ enough credit, their AD carry. But yeah, I definitely agree that he's kind of one of the most important players on the side of Dynasty, of course. And then the question will be if Once Upon a Team was able to use the past week to maybe sort out some of their mistakes and make sure that they maybe can show up with a lot stronger during that second half, because I feel like there definitely was some improvement on the side of Once Upon a Team over the first half of the split already. Like when you compare them, they won to the third week. There has already been a lot of improvement. So maybe we can expect a lot of them, and maybe they will be the takedownness of the Dynasty here as well.
You also have a week more, unfortunately, to scrim and 1 week better and prepare better for a game like this. It doesn't happen very often that the week is delayed, so you can just take the opportunity. Well, every team could take the opportunity to prepare better or even scrim more on the patch, so they can they are better prepared for this week. So I think it's easier to prepare 2 weeks for a patch and not one. Therefore, maybe we see a turn up here in that game, but I'm not sure. I think Dynasty will take it because they're really good. So the how should I say that the dynasty lives on. Let's say it like this.
Yeah. So I don't know, Regie, how far are we in terms of champ select? Are we about to go in or? Okay. So
Yes.
I will quickly use the time until we go into the champ select to talk a little bit about what you can see down here, because we have just said it a few times. The last week has been delayed, and that was, of course, because of the earthquakes in Turkey and Syria, and that affecting several of the players in the league, especially on the team of with Slovs. And yeah, everybody showed great solidarity, in my opinion, with the team, and agreed to like prolong the entire league by 1 week, and put this week at the end. And yeah, we will be collecting money throughout the upcoming 4 broadcasts for ABAP, which is an organization that helps basically those first responders help. So they will help provide food, shelter, and medical supplies to those in need, those who have lost their houses and their basically their existence. Just to give you a quick reference, more than 2 million people lost their homes during this very unfaithful events. So if you got some money to spare, it will be very greatly appreciated.
Yeah, to give money to the people that really need it is not a bad option. It's actually a good option. With money you can do a lot of stuff, and also buy houses, rebuild stuff. So yeah, it's always good to have some money.
It's always good to have some money. That I think we can all agree with as well. Yeah, the goal, of course, is to reach 500 euros, as you can see down there, just below Hugie.
Wait,
You
here.
can do it.
Oh,
Yeah.
here.
Yeah,
Did
yeah,
it.
let's go. Okay. Yeah, and now I would love to see some League of Legends.
No, I can't spawn League. I'm not a an earthbender who just takes up the Summoner's Rift.
A League Bender.
No, I'm not a League bender. I'm an earthbender. Will bend. It didn't have. You didn't see Avatar
Yeah,
and
of
the
course
four
I
elements.
saw of it. Yeah, of
Okay,
course. The best
but
comic there is. And I'm
yeah,
not
you
saying
see,
anime because I know chat will hate me if I call it an anime, but in my opinion, it's also an anime.
it's an animated series, but it's a comic series. It's like, I don't know, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like all the Marvel stuff that's in comics, from comics.
But
But
the
yeah,
series is not based on comics. Anyways, because there are comics, but they came out later. Anyways, we are in the champ select. Once upon a team against Dynasty, blue side for what, and red side for Dynasty, and we have the first band coming in with the Ash, followed up by an Na from Dynasty, and yeah, I think Scan maybe again on a Wukong. He has been playing a lot of it. Dark Uni Q with great Zeri performances, and there's the Wukong ban. So once upon a team prepared for that.
yeah. Do you want to ban out Scout? Do you want to ban out Dark Unique or Dark Unique? So yeah, maybe Frankie can step it up, or Scrap Hands can actually play something they already wanted to play. But there's no ban. There's no ban.
Oh,
Maybe somebody forgot to ban, or there's no ban. We don't know yet.
maybe a punishment of some sort?
No, I don't think so, because it was said that it was communicated beforehand that the timestamp didn't match working times. But could be. Who knows? Yeah, well, and also no punishment was, so what isn't any. There was no punishment announced on the Discord, so
Any ways.
anyway, one of the reworked mid laners here.
Reworked?
Yeah, she got a little buff on the E, and I think the Tibers is tankier and gets more
Okay.
armor and magic resist with AP.
Okay, but that's not a rework. A rework is if
Yeah,
you
I think it's
completely change a champion, in my opinion.
She got reworked someday, but the E is just way stronger now. Way stronger. You hit your shield, and if someone touches you, or you can even kill a Teemo if you're poisoned. You hit E, and you hit your E damage to the person who attacked you, and it procs Ludens, it procs Liandry's, it procs Demonic Embrace, First Strike. You can name it, but it procs it. But it only procs it once, and not for auto attacks, but also for spells, and that's really good for Annie and for the Tibbers, because if you have an AoE spell, you get double triggered because it triggers both of the shields. And yes, therefore Annie's played in support, Annie's played in mid lane. With Rod of Ages, she's pretty tanky, she can survive the team fights a little bit better. She also gets big AP, and with the 600 range on auto attacks that she has in mid lane, it's pretty safe to farm. She has pretty high burst, her range is not that good, therefore you can play it with a Sejuani, we can stun, and then she just walks in and does her stuff. But yeah, you have also Syndra, very good, and you have Karma and Caitlyn on bot side. Very oppressive bot lane, in my opinion. And therefore, it could be that Annie is a flex pick here, but she's better in mid lane than on support, way better. And therefore, you have an Ornn ban.
I think so too, even though like it would work as a very aggressive laner, but then you might as well go for something like a Zyra or a Brand. So other very aggressive mage bot laners. And I think it's not really what you want to do against Karma, because you try to meet what she's good at, but like in a worse way. So I think Annie will go to the mid lane here. But in general, what's team comp so far is very aggressive in my opinion. They have poke with the Varus. They have very strong heavy burst with the Annie, and then they have the Sejuani with the CC and everything. And on the other hand, yeah, what do you think of the matchup against the Syndra, like the mid lane matchup?
If I want your opinion, I'll beat it out of you.
Okay. Syndra, I think Syndra is really strong. Still, I hate that champion with all my whole life. Since she's out, I don't like her. Her kid is just disgusting to play against. And yeah, you can burst someone. She has an execute on her ult now. If she has enough stacks, she has double Q. She gets mana back when you hit someone twice with your spells. You have true damage. You have big waves of stuns. You have a lot of range. You have a lot of. You're not immobile, as to say, as other champs. But yeah, and we have a Jarvan against a Viego matchup here. And then we'll still see if the Annie goes bot or mid, but I think she goes mid.
Yeah, there's going to be the Renata together with
Wait.
the Varus.
It's Sejuani top. Or will it be Viego top? Where's Scarecrow when we need him? Viego top lane main. He will be very excited to hear if it's a Viego top. But I think it's a Sejuani top.
It could be a Viego top, right?
No, it's Sejuani top. With Ignite TP.
Nope. I mean, it's going to be the Sejuani top, but it looks like Flash TP.
No, I think the things are bugged, but it's normally a Ignite TP Sejuani top lane. I think it's bugged, but we will see.
We will see in the game. Okay, both team comps completed. We got Cyan, Jarvan, Syndra, Caitlyn, and Karma on the side of Dynasty against Sejuani, Viego, Annie, Varus, and help me, Renata.
And
Renata, of
Renata
course.
Glask. Miss Glask. And
So
yeah, I think
who won?
Who won Dynasty? They have
Yeah.
so much range, so much peel, a really good front line, good engage, and it's just
They got Caitlyn, which I think has been banned in the 3 games before.
yeah, it's too with Karma Caitlyn you can get kited so easily, and therefore it's really hard to actually get to the Caitlyn. Because you can peel it with Karma, you can peel with Syndra, with Sion. And it's actually a Flash TP, yeah.
Don't they have Jarvan in the jungle Dynasty?
Yes.
Okay, then they lost.
What?
Because today, so far, every Jarvan has lost.
No, Skell will turn it around.
Maybe Scan will change it. Can he break the curse of the Jarvan? That's the question.
Or is it the caster curse and we say he wins but he loses instead?
No, but I agree. I think like the team comp of Dynasty in general has just like a much clearer, more beautiful way of existing, and it's much more meta than what is going to show us. So on paper they won, but comfort picks of course can be very strong, and then you can have the element of surprise basically with the Renata, which is not often played, at least so far here. It hasn't been played as much, and then you also have the Annie, of course, which will be a big surprise.
Or maybe we get a kill here. Oh, and he's dead.
Ooh, Neko will go down.
See ya
First blood.
later. What? But that was so much damage. Holy moly.
I'll make you kill your loved ones is a more effective threat than
God damn. Okay, this was a squishy Viego. They didn't even use Ignite. And they don't lose anything. They even gain stuff because Karma just bought a control ward. And Sinna already bought the tier with a Doran's ring, and that's gonna hurt Annie really hard. Yeah, and then the 30 gold, or the 10 gold. But yeah, that's going to very hurt for Annie especially. Yeah, but Renata also fits into the combo as you wanted to point out before. It fits into the enemy to PH. She's very good at disengaging her ult, disengage every team fight, or also when she's behind, she can be strong because of her ult. Because if the AD carry is fed and he just hits the right target and it crits, or here in Caitlyn's case, if it she's getting hit and it's a headshot crit on the Karma, she's half life, and then you can do nothing against it. So yeah, I think Renata Glask really fits into the comp here for disengaging the Java and the Syndra, to revive, to get a kill. Yeah, Scan is again so aggressive. He just runs into the enemy jungle, looks if there's a
Yeah,
red
but
buff.
also the gank now on the top lane. Neeko coming in. However, Cyan flashes right away. And now maybe the gank or the dive there even on the bot lane quite early on. Frankie also roamed down.
And they're 4-man bot. And they are
But
spotted.
they're standing on a ward, so Watt already knows. Toto tries to get out there,
Yeah,
has to
and
use his flash stun from Syndra,
he's dead.
however, it hits, and that is going to be yet another kill for Dynasty, as Askla is making it under their tier 2 here, and that's also going to be the first turret plating here for the Dynasty bot lane, who didn't participate in... No, okay, yeah, they got assists. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, but 2-0 for the Syndra is really hard. Already at almost 4 minutes, But then we have the gank again from Nico. No flash. CC landing, but it's not enough damage to kill here. And he gets a grasp stack. Hashtag worth. The 5 health you get from grasp.
Yeah, Cyan able to get out of the situation, and once again it is the bot lane that gets a lot of focus here from Dynasty. They really want to make life hard for Eska and Toto.
And they are doing a good job actually. They are 10 farm ahead. There's still a big wave to come. Frankie is ahead. Not in farm, but it's 5 minutes and they're already 1k 700 gold ahead, 800 gold.
Yeah.
So it's hard, the early game, especially for Once Upon a Team. Maybe Annie can turn it around somehow.
Exactly, that's the question I was just asking myself. Like, the early game is hard, but will it really get better? Because the champions, especially Varus and Enya, are not exactly known to be those hard scaling like hyper carries. Meanwhile, Caitlyn does have some pretty good scaling on her side. Yeah, I think maybe in the mid game, Once Upon a Team has a pretty good opening to do a lot. Dynasty now once again here on that bot lane jungle from what is there as well, but will it be enough? There's the shield, but the kill comes in anyways for Dynasty, and there's a second one on top of that as well. Neko is now alone trying to fight here. Will he get Dark Unique? No, it won't be enough. He will survive as well, but there's Spinto with the Tibbers. He will definitely be able to get a kill out of the situation. And Dark Unique gets found by Tibbers. There's a double kill for the Annie. And that's great, of course, for the mid lane of Once Upon a Team.
Yeah, it was a good dive. Good setup before we 3 here. But Annie Spinto just came down to the bot lane and said, yeah, there are 2 free kills for me. The Tibbers punching and scratching the enemy is just a free win. So
Yeah, problem is, in my opinion, only that she got there, or I mean, also that she got there this late. Because if she would have been there from the beginning, that would have totally changed the situation for Once Upon a Team, and they would probably have won this. So that really shows their potential here. Now in the mid lane we have a Cyan who doesn't quite hit his combo there, but will it be enough anyways? The stun from Spinto hits. Nico coming in as well, forcing them to go back on the side of Dynasty. Getting even a flash out. But they want even more blood here on the bot lane. Sniller, so much poke there.
yeah, and Sniller has the upper hand because you can force.
Now maybe the fight, the wood comes through, but there's the kill already on the Varus. They don't even need the rest of Dynasty, who were on their way down once again. Now Scan is basically just there to push out to wave and make sure that they will get.
Yeah, they just wanted to do Dragon. An Ocean Dragon is pretty good on the laning phase, especially to deny to the enemy. There's a 5%. No, it's not 5. It's 3%, I think. Missing health healing is pretty useful. Every here and then you get a little heal, maybe save your life.
Yeah, Dynasty really showing up strong here. Ooh, Henny uses her tippers but gets stunned wide away herself and will be taken out here first out of this team fight. With that, the biggest threat of what is out of the way, and Dynasty can de-escalate the situation on their own terms and will be able to take Rift Herald on top of the dragon they already got. So both of the first objectives going into Dynasty's hands. And this is starting to look really good for the Dutch team already.
Yeah, they got caught here, but it was also a nasty CC chain. And you just get bursted down here and then you cannot do nothing against it. So a CC, to land the CC chain is also not that easy. So well played from Once Upon a Team here. And yeah, but unfortunately it didn't went their way. The Syndra already has Ludens. Holy moly. That's gonna be some damage. Scan is also going for the Radiance Virtue Jarvan, I think it is. Pretty good to engage. I also see a lot of Radiance Virtue Science, because you get 15% more max health. And because you stack more health, you get a lot of health, so yeah.
And the Once Upon a Team bot lane is once again on the one. As Dynasty is slowly approaching, however, they are TPing down there now. They want to defend their tower. Nice double stun there from the Syndra. However, no engage coming from that as Nico is joining what they're in their defense as well. And therefore, Dynasty retreating from the situation. Ooh, nice stun on the Annie there as well. Has to pay attention though as Tibbers is up. There's the stun. But will it be enough? No, Scan comes in and with his ultimate, he will close the deal for Annie. And even the enraged Tibbers will not be able to do anything about that.
Yeah, Spinto tried to flash out there, but didn't work. Because Scan had his flash too. They know now the timer of Scan's flash is the same as Annie's flash.
And now Dynasty finally taking that bot lane tower. Meanwhile, Squarepants gets a little bit caught here by Once Upon a Team, but he's just so tanky already. There's the Syndra with a nice double stun once again. Will they be able to fight? The Squarepants does go down, therefore giving a kill to Once Upon a Team, who are fighting back and trying to find some catches in this game, but it's very tough.
Well, that took a long time to kill a Scion. Or maybe it will take longer in the future. Because there is actually nobody to kill the Scion if Varus is going to be lethality. So late game, he will be a menace to the whole team.
Maybe Viego, but apart from that, you're right. I don't see a lot of potential to kill this tanky beast that the Scion will become. Now Dynasty pushing in recklessly in the mid lane, even popping there. With Terrell, Sejuani is right around the corner though, so Once Upon a Team technically has more people in the vicinity. And they should know that as well, as Syndra and Scion are not exactly hiding on the map right now. However, they decide against an engage. And it's maybe for the better. But of course, the split push starting to hurt as well.
Yeah, and there's also Dragon coming up. And Scion has TP, and Sejuani has not.
Yes, but Scion is already there, Syndra isn't. And
Yeah,
Syndra
that
doesn't
too.
have her TP. But I think Once Upon a Team will give up this dragon without the contestants.
Yeah, it will be a Hextech Dragon. Hextech Soul? Or is it a Chemtank Soul? Chemtank.
Camtech.
I really like what they did with the Chemtank. I think it's better than before.
Yeah, I like that they didn't bring back the weird zombie mechanic.
Yeah, but it was a good thing.
Ooh,
because
okay, gets cleansed.
in Arcane, they're I think they did the
Engage now on the bot lane. They are trying to dive the Annie there, but she of course has a Tibbers that doesn't interest Cyan much. But the rest of Once Upon a Team is also on the way. Ultimate coming in there from the Renata, and now it will be the Cyan who gets taken down once again. Meanwhile, the Syndra on the top lane was able to push the tower. So Dynasty says, okay, we lost the fight on the bot lane, but at least we get something in return. Cross map.
Yeah, that's also important to answer these map plays with cross map plays. So you accept that you die, but you have the enemy has to give up something. It's like playing chess, and you bait their queen with, I don't know, a knight or something.
Dynasty on their way to the top lane here. We want to get the Annie. There's the Cataclysm. There's a stun from Syndra, and that's going to be Frankie going down.
Also, Frankie is with almost 90% kill participation here. He is on the top. He plays around him. Scan is also what are 6 of these kills. And now there's no cleanse, but there's the Gale Force and the backdash. And a nice flash from Scan to knock up the Diego. And I think a Q. Yes. And now
Ooh, but
he died.
very nice shield from Renata there.
Yeah, the revive came in.
Do get the kill there on Scan. Now, what maybe with the upper hand here, they are definitely still pushing. Will, however, lose their Viego.
Oh.
Still going strong though. They want more kills, but is it really worth it? Cutlight quite low now as well. Aska has to flash out here. They want to get Sniller. Maybe wanting a bit too much there. Now Annie comes in, gets the shutdown there with the flash tibbers. On to
But
Dark Uniq.
Yeah, Dark Uniq wanted too much there, and then he just came and said, "Nope, it's any time," and she just pops the tibbers.
But it also just like hurts to see that every time Once Upon a Team they try to do something anywhere on the map, Dynasty immediately just says, "Okay, push," and bam, they're at towers again, and they're trying to take down towers. They didn't get one this time, but look at the mid lane tower; it has barely any health left.
Yeah, that's why you shouldn't over chase the teams here. And if you don't over chase stuff, you can't get punished.
Yeah, the problem
could've
really is that Once Upon a Team really needs that gold. They need those kills. They need these catches. Sejuani now in the bot lane might get the tower there. No response from Dynasty to save it. Was only being a tier 1.
Yeah, but then in my opinion you need to find a solution for these crop map plays. Get your, if you're behind with gold, get yourself
Maybe the engage now. They get Toto out already.
Yeah, like I wanted to say, you need to get these towers and objectives to get the objective bounty. Else it's not possible to get it, I guess. Daddy Ocean. The soul point for Dynasty will be right now the Hextech Soul. If you're low certain threshold of health, you get 10% damage and damage reduction, but only the normal passive gives you tenacity and healing and shielding power. That's very good for Karma, and also for Cyan and Jarvan. With the any stuns and stuffs like that. So there's actually a good point here. But yeah, Syndra already has her Archangel Staff, and she's going for an item that I have almost not seen for like 1 year. The bracelet into the how is it called? Banshee's Veil. And now they are setting up Baron. And I think Daniel, hello?
Yeah, I'm still there.
Ah, okay. I thought you something happened. Better to check on you than not knowing what happens.
Yeah, a lot of pressure here around the Baron right now. There's the the stun from Syndra coming in. Syndra tries to look for the engage as well. Nice knock up there on the side of Once Upon a Team. And they do get the Cyan in return for their own Renata. Cyan, of course, is still there for a little bit longer. And they are able to get the kill with that on the Varus. And Sejuani has to fall as well. Therefore making it a better trade here for Dynasty, who only lose 1 and give up or get 3. And probably a Baron on top of that.
Yeah, kill Cyan, they said. He will be dead, they said. And then he just, yeah, you're gonna zombie your whole team. But yeah, Dynasty is way stronger. Frankie is so fed. He's really strong right now, so
And they also have almost a 10k gold lead. They have a 10k gold lead now. So this is looking to look. This is starting to look dire for Once Upon a Team. Here we can see the difference in individual golds. Cyan with a 1.2k gold lead on the top lane. Jarvan also well ahead of the Viego. Even in the mid lane, it's absolutely huge. Sinva with perfect KDA almost. And then you have the difference between Caitlyn and Varus also huge. And even between the supports, like on every position, Dynasty just totally dominates.
Yeah, if I just look, oh, there will be a catch. No, they don't care. They don't care.
Yeah, and this is a very tough situation for Dynasty because for Once Upon a Team, because how are they going to defend this? There's even a Rift Herald alongside the Baron trying to push their base. So Dynasty really pulling out everything they have to crack the base here of Once Upon a Team, and it seems to be successful. They've set the Sion onto the bot lane, and he's totally not going to be matched by the Sejuani. Takes the tower there as well. Rotation now to the mid lane as they already got the inhibitor. That of course giving Once Upon a Team a little bit of time to go to the bot lane. There's the
Jesus
HQ
Christ.
to get the kill on the Annie.
That had to hurt mentally. Getting like blasted from all over the map and then flash queued.
Yeah.
Not even flag swag. Swag.
Now even
yeah, I
more
think-
inhibitors falling. This is three
This will
inhibitors
be
down.
the end.
I mean, the super minions alone will give Dynasty so much time to do whatever they want on the map right now.
Yeah, they can go for the dragon that's going to spawn in like 8 seconds, and after that, they do they still have? They have 2 PCs, TPs, PCs, damn. And if they just gonna win the fight, they're just gonna TP in and kill bot lane or mid lane, or they just dance around, but they are not. They don't like dances, so they're just killing it. Once Upon a Team can't leave the base, and that's the ocean. So the Earth Dragon, the
Camtech.
the
So-
Camtech Dragon. Damn, the Camso, and hopefully we will see some interesting stuff. But yeah, words are hard on a Wednesday.
Yeah, especially on a Wednesday evening past 10 o'clock. And as you said, you had a pretty rough weekend as well. Now Dynasty closing in here on the bot lane against Once Upon a Team. And it will probably be the last team fight we see. Unless Once Upon a Team is able to pull off the wonder. There's a Varus ultimate, but without much effect. Once Upon a Team, they will have to go for the engage here as they will lose all of their towers. There's the Tibbers, there's the stun, but it doesn't get a kill out of it, and he gets annihilated. However, a Dynasty immediately with 3 kills. Toto, and now they're just chasing them into their base, taking down the Nexus, and Dynasty will add another win to their one to the Elite Series League of Legends and position themselves on the top of the standings alongside with Slovs and Aroma Esports.
We thought it will be Scan or Dark Unique, but it was Frankie who stood up this game and thought of himself, yeah, I'm not going to die here. And the early kill, like I said, was really crucial for Frankie to get the tier earlier, to stack the tier way faster than it would be on the first back, for like 2 or 3, 4 minutes faster. And that's the crucial point. If you get your stuff faster, you're stronger, and the shield saved him. The shield from the Sarah's Embrace also got enhanced by the Cam Dragon, and therefore it was very nice played from Dynasty. That draft was really good. They couldn't get to the Caitlyn. It was not possible. Well, the team fights weren't that clean either. So Dynasty just took the win here.
Yeah. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap it up for tonight's broadcast of the Elite Series League of Legends Division 2. I hope you all enjoyed watching, you enjoyed the games. I hope you donated or at least thought about it. And we will see each other all on Friday. And in the meantime, you can check out the social medias of the league, the teams, ourselves here at Rift, of course. And you can check out Abab and the great work they are doing for helping the people in Turkey and in Syria, the regions where the earthquakes have struck recently. And with that, okay, we're going to show the screen one more time so you know what's going on and you know how to donate. Of course, you can also donate when we are not online. Every donation will be taken into account anyways. And as I said, it will basically the time frame where you can donate goes until next Friday after the podcast. So yeah. With that, we could take a quick look at the results and the standings.
Results, yes.
Okay, let's quickly go over those. Okay, results of today we all know. Here are the standings. Aoma Esports is, of course, at the top of the ladder, joined by Riftsloths and Dynasty, so basically nothing changed at the place 1. Then we have Reapers Gaming, who moved up, and Pertinix Esports, who moved down. Both teams were previously 3-3. Reapers Gaming taking the win today, and Pertinix taking the loss against Aoma Esports. And then we have Aurora, Adverse, and Once Upon a Team still making the end of the ladder here. Sorry, I just got confused because there was a number wrong in the standings. And then I got screamed at
because I was waiting
that I have to talk. Okay, see you all on Friday and sleep well.